Are you filming right now?
Yeah, just get a little B-roll.
Oh, cool. We are walking through the streets of Toronto in the exact same general location which we were last time for your channel, which is known as J Hoff Films. I am Jay, and he is Hoff.
Yo, that would be so sweet if I was actually Hoff.
If he was Hoff, you could be. You can legally change your name to Hoff.
This is our lovely vessel here, as you can see. Spot.
For the record, there's actually a rule that we call the no banging on the bus rule here, which is that no one that's not on the tour is allowed to pass through the gate into the sleeping realms. And the reason for this is basically so people don't like wake other people up. But the end result of it is that this bus is like an abstinence zone, which makes it funny and contradictory to typical tour bus expectations. However, people drink on here like all day. You can wake up and find people drinking on here. It's a strange and uncharted realm. Let us enter.
Enter.
We're filming an interview, and we're going to go into it. Welcome aboard J Hoff Films to the Dark Tranquility Warbringer bus. Here is Nuno. He is our crew, and he does a great job at making sure the show happens. Here is the coolest thing about this bus, which is we have spaceship doors. Behold, as I press a button, and the door opens and closes horizontally at rather low velocity. We aren't quite in Star Trek there. This is like a prototype. Here's where I live. Come take a look. This is where the magic happens. So here I live in my crypt with, as you can see, it's quite roomy, and I can turn to my side. I cannot sit up whatsoever, and I pretty much get out like this.
At least falling out of bed isn't that bad.
No, it's really not. That's why I take the bottom bunk. It's rather convenient. Good beer. I like beer. I like bicycles. So actually, we rode here on our bike. And that bus just shadowed us to make sure that we had the Propel fitness water that we needed.
Really?
Yes.
So we're here traveling back through time with Warbringers Jesse Sanchez and John Keevil.
We are. We are rolling in reverse on these bikes, but yet, as hard as we are pedaling, progress is very slow. It's because we're incredibly rough terrain, and we're only able to do it because of the power of our leg muscles.
Jesse, any comments?
Agreed.
Jesse is actually drinking a beer as he pedals this bike. We're in front of our tour bus.
And Carlos Cruz just flipped us off.
He just cruised right into us.
Literally.
Yeah.
So we're back once again to talk about everyone's favorite shit on the internet, those dang fucking memes.
Honestly, though, okay, I have to comment, I don't think Elf on a Shelf is funny.
No, it's not.
Nor are most of the variants.
No,
So
I don't.
if you want to be an epic memester, have more epic memes than that, you know. The thing about memes, too, is as much as they are a mass culture thing, it's actually best to not subscribe to too much of one of the same template, because that literally is playing out the same joke.
I agree.
These guys here at J Hoff Films, who are epic memesters of the highest order, this statement paid for by J Hoff Films.
Thank you very much.
So what's this meme here?
This is you, obviously smelling some dank shit that's in the crowd right about now. Has that happened to you before?
Either it looks like I'm smelling shit that is either dank or shit that is rank. I might already be making that face. It's just that there's a pretty fair chance I can't keep a straight face on stage. I'm either going some variant of that, somewhere in all that, and then off stage I'm just like...
This is one of my favorites that I don't know if you guys have seen yet.
Oh my god, I've never actually touched it. That's not... I've seen this before where it's like a fat kid with the fidget spinners.
Yeah.
And you put my face there.
Yes.
So you or someone else. I'm going to assume it was you.
It was me. Yes, I am the culprit.
Okay. Well, that's... that is not an accurate representation of myself. I would never be caught with fidget spinners. I would have pogs or something. I'm a child of the 90s.
This is one of my favorites because I've experienced this more than once, going to concerts, being a size large, when you get to the merch table and the merch guy says they're out of t-shirts in your size.
Yes. Common situation sometimes. Usually happens halfway into the tour. That's why we ask everybody, check out our merch store online. We
Buy
do have one of
Warbringers
those.
merch.
Check it out.
Ring a bell for Warbringers merch.
At any rate, the thing is, actually, as a band on tour, it's a weird guessing game with merch because the objective, the ideal situation would be to buy, say, 100 t-shirts, say 25 in each size, right? And of course this gets more complicated when you have several designs and items. But in essence, you want to sell 100% of the shit you buy.
Yeah.
So you want to walk this line, because if at the end of the tour I still have like 10 boxes of shirts left, that's like a few grand that we spent that we didn't get anything back on, and it just sucks. You know, in the end we'll still sell it eventually, but you want to walk that line between having exactly as much shit as you're actually going to sell, and that involves a bit of guesswork. So the problem is, if one shirt's like suddenly more popular or whatever, or you do better than you thought you were going to, it's kind of a good problem, but you can end up with that and then making that face, oh! The trick is too, you know, every merch person is going to try to tell you that they run small or big based on which one that we have that's the closest to it. It's a sales trick. You heard it here first. It's a sales trick. It's not because it actually will fit you. It's because bands are poor and want to sell t-shirts.
There's an agenda behind everything, including merch.
Yeah.
And that one asshole going real fast. I can't remember what year this was from, but it's
That's the Remain Violent video shoot.
Yeah?
I almost did the whole video with shades, but they thought that would be a little ridiculous, so I took the shades off, and this picture's the only sign. And then I lost them, because I lose everything. I lost that jacket, too, actually. I have a different one now. Yeah, that jacket's in Switzerland, and the shades are in God knows where. That jacket is at Praton, Switzerland, at the venue Z7, which is a fantastic venue, which has my jacket.
Z7, hit them up.
Yeah, so if you want to find my jacket, it might still be there, because I can't find it. They aren't answering my email. But I do want you to thrash, and I want you to eat burritos. And if you live anywhere that's far from Mexico, you should go somewhere closer to Mexico before you eat a burrito. Trust me. Like this country that you live in, don't eat a burrito here. I tried it once. It was not actually a burrito.
What quantifies as a real burrito? I want to hear your guys' opinion on this.
Well, there's two main varieties in California, because burritos are a American-Mexican dish. It's like made by Mexican-Americans, but it actually originates from the West Coast USA and not in Mexico proper, to my understanding. I'm only an aspiring burritologist.
Okay, real quickly, I'm going to add to that, being one of the maybe two members of Warbringer that is Mexican-American, that when you're in hunting for burritos, you want to go to any place where no one fucking speaks English, first of all. You want to go to a place where the fucking, the cook looks like he just got out of jail. He's fucking, you got the kids working the fucking cash register and shit. You got fucking cockroaches on the walls and shit. You don't want to go to the place with...
You want the cockroaches? They have the flavor.
Because that adds the authenticity to something about...
Cucarachas, if we want to be honest.
Cucarachas, yes.
Adds, I don't know, a je ne sais quoi to the whole... The whole place.
What are your thoughts on burritos, Adam Carroll, lead guitarist of Warbringer?
I love them. We invented them.
You did?
He
personally did.
Well, no, not us personally.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Von Carroll invented burritos. You're
I'll take
welcome,
credit.
Planet Earth.
Yeah, he will. It's what we're good at, taking credit for things with no merit.
All right, the next one is probably what has been described as the greatest Warbringer meme all time by my friend Quentin in San Francisco.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I've never seen this. First of all, that's a work of art. Look at the
Literally.
look at the photo on the right there.
Chapel right there. Dude's like, man, that record was sick. This guy's going like, man, your first record's still your best one, you know, because that's the first record background. And I'm like, no, it's not. We wrote better shit since. You know, I think that's what's going on there.
It is suing though because the shirt he's wearing was actually only released during our first album cycle.
There you go.
So that is very deep.
It reinforces that. There you go.
So in the Thrash Smithsonian, this is definitely going up there, yes? And getting back to Warbringer's newest release, which, yes, you should fucking go pick up, because it's a tits balls of all time. Crash Bandicoot approved of Woe to the Vanquished.
Dude, Thrash Bandicoot is one of the two cartoon video game characters that is probably the most thrash metal, second only to the Tasmanian Devil. Why? One-man circle pit.
Yep.
That's so fucking true.
Thrash
actually.
Bandicoot fucking spins. He doesn't even need other people to bring the mosh.
He eats a shitload of apples.
He eats a shitload of fucking... They're called Wumpa fruit, actually.
Whatever.
If you played
Like
Crash
fucking
Bandicoot
decades
1,
since
2,
I
and
played
3 to completion, including the gems.
Thrash Bandicoot, you heard it here.
Yeah.
Chris from J-Haw Films.
And of course, just the whole idea of like, whoa, to the vanquished. Yeah, it's the wrong whoa, but it's also so right.